So shell, what do you mean by the shell then? Shell is what? What exactly mean by the shell? All of you realize.
Shell is a command interpreter which acts as a interface between user and
Yes.
kernel.
Yes. So shell is what? It is simply the command line interpreter. Now interpreter in the sense what? What do you mean by the interpreter? So like in the real life also we are having the interpreter. Okay, we used to be coordinate between the two. Suppose there is a person, one person who don't know about the Chinese language. So we always used to have the interpreter for that particular person. Okay, who can uh, understand the Chinese also and English also. We can translate the Chinese to English, English to Chinese. That same concept of interpretation is applied here. Now, why we need here the interpreter? Because you cannot say to the operating system or computer operating system, ki, uh, show me my present working directory. You cannot type these things there and you cannot get the result like this. Understood? Because in order that system should understand what user is trying to tell to the system, there is a need of some particular what you can say the software. Okay, and that is nothing but the interpreter is doing. So interpreter just accept the inputs from the user. Okay, translate it into the form which can be understood by the system. Understood? And then system performs some operation and again it send the result back to the user through the interpreter. Understood? So that is the concept of what shell. So shell is nothing else than that the your command prompt is also one kind of shell itself. Okay, regarding the window. Okay, so the shell can be defined as a command interpreter within an operating system like Linux or Unix. Okay, to run the other different kinds of program. Okay, so as I mentioned, shell accept the human readable commands like whatever commands you give, pwd, ls, cut, find, grep, like this. Okay, from so shell accept the human readable command from the user and convert them into the something which kernel can understand. So kernel is the part of your operating system. Okay, main what we say the brain or heart of your operating system, which understand the things which is provided by the interpreter and perform some operation and get back result to the user. So that is the simple concept of shell key. It is simply what command interpreter, nothing else than that. Okay. Then, so this is the shell what we have discussed. Now, shell scripting. Now, why we need a shell scripting? As you can see, I can get the result of everything here. I want whatever result I want, I can get it here. Okay. Then why to write the script? So it is very time consuming and you can say the tedious task if just typing some individual command and get the result. Okay, so this is a manual kind of things. So instead of what we can do, we can write the script. Script in the sense some combine things together, number of things as a combine. So what we can do, we can write the number of things within a single file. Okay, as a sequence of commands. So your shell scripting is simply nothing but what? A sequence of commands or instruction to get some specific result. Understood? So that is simply the shell scripting to automate the things, what we can say. Instead of manually doing the getting the result of each command at a time. Okay, you can have the bunch of commands or instruction within a single that particular file and you can execute it. So that is nothing but what the shell script is a text file that contains the sequence of commands for Unix based operating system. So it is called a shell script because it's combined the sequence of command that will otherwise have to be otherwise what we have to do, we have to type individually these commands on the terminal and get the result. So simply what we can say, it avoid the manual execution of your commands. So that is the concept of shell script. Now there used to be a various number of shells available on your system. It is not like that the only one shell is available on your system. Understood? So when you're checking, you can check on your terminal also. The shells which are available on my system can be a different than shells which are available on your system. Okay. So simple command is there to check the shells which are available on your system. So simply type this command and go to your terminal and see which shells are available. I will show you my shells. Okay, so I have this number of shells available on my system. You check your system. You might be having the different one also. I have the sh dash bash r bash ksh 2020 rksh 2020 cat space forward slash etc forward slash shells. I hope you are also having the different one.
Yes, because as
Okay,
such,
so based on your system, you will get the what kind of shells are available for you. So this extra you can see here because I have installed it. Okay, if you want to install the shell on your system, that also you can do with the apt-get install commands. Okay, but we don't need that. So this is the way. So you should know about this key, what different shells are available on your system. Okay. Then next point, uh, Shebang. Okay. Now, before we go to the Shebang, I want to check one more thing. What is the default shell available on your system? Why? Because you can see these multiple number of shells are available here. Now, what is that? Because there used to be one particular default shell available on each Linux system. Okay, so check also what is the default shell available on your system. So for that, simply use this command echo $shell. You will get the default shell available on your system. So you should get the, because mostly it is the bash only. Okay, so this is the default shell available on your system. Now, what do you mean by the default? Now you must be having the knowledge when you are writing the script, we at the initial line we used to mention Shebang and name of this that particular shell, etc. Okay. Now before we go to that point, let me tell the things like those who are not aware where to write the script and all these kind of things. Okay, because you are using the virtual system of Ubuntu. Okay, so you can have one editor. This is simple to use, like Nano editor. Okay, now here onwards we have to write the different script. Okay, so you want to write the script into the Nano editor. So simply type Nano. Now you want to give the name to your script like first dot sh. Sorry, dot sh. Now it will open your first essay, first dot sh in the Nano editor. All of you try it side by side only, so that what if you are facing any problem, you can see. So this will open your Nano editor, and within the Nano editor, it will open this file. So this you can see here. All of you got this one. So this is your Nano editor, and here you can write your script. Okay, all of you got this one.
yes, because I got.
You can write in the text editor also, but yeah, I'm just telling this so that you can have the knowledge of some text, sorry, the editor also, which are there in the Linux. There is a VI editor is also there, so it is slightly complicated. So you can have the Nano editor and you can write the script here. Okay. Now simply we'll try to write our first script here. Key hash. Now this particular part is called as a Shebang. Now the name is being derived from a certain terminology. Like if first this symbol is stands for the hash, and this is bang. This is the exclamatory. Also we are calling it, but it is also called as a bang symbol, BANG. That's why the name given to this as a shebang. Okay, every time you are using it but most of you are not asking why we're calling it as a shebang. The reason behind is like the hash and bang. That's why it is being referred as of the shebang. Next, you are giving something like this. Why you are doing these things here?
This is the default script.
No, that is the I'm trying to say you. Now let me show you the one thing here. I will explain you this what I'm doing next part, but I'm just declaring here one variable, and I want to be display the value. Okay. Now here you can simply, after writing something here, you can simply press Control S. It will save your script, and after this you want to come out. Okay, so you can simply have the Control X. Okay. Now what I have written there, first dot sh. Now here I is showing I don't have the permission. So this will also, you will also get this message every time when you try to run the script. So here you have to add after this the permission. Chmod a plus x, in the sense all the kind of permission for all the users. All of you are getting the meaning of a plus x, execution permission for all the users. Okay, now to which file I want to give this permission? First.sh. Okay. I have not written the Shebang. You are getting this point. There is no necessity to have the Shebang. I will explain you the why. All of you got what I'm doing this? Online team.
Yes.
So before this, we are having the conception in our mind that every time you need to write the, yeah, it is necessary. Why it is necessary, I will tell you. But I'm trying to prove the thing to you that without the shebang also you can get the result. Now, how this result you are getting? This result you are getting, as I said, because there is a default shell available. So when you don't give anything here, like we go to the, when you don't give anything here, okay, this kind of things, it take the default, it make the use of the default shell, which is your bash. Understood? That's why I got the result there without writing the shebang. But I don't want to use the default shell. What? I don't want to use the default shell. I want to use some different one. Okay, I want to use dash. Then compulsory you have to provide the shebang here. If you don't provide, your script will be run by which shell? Default shell. But I don't want to use the default shell. I want to use the dash, or I want to use the sh, or I want to use the, there is a zsh. I want to use the ksh. Understood? So the requirement can be the different. Mostly utilized is the bash only, but also are also being get utilized. So I hope you got this concept. Why we are mentioning the shebang there?
Yes, because
Okay, so the reason behind that, if you want to execute your script with specific shell, then compulsory you have to mention the what I say, this shebang line here. And the point one in the article I have written key compulsory it should be there when you are when your script is running in the production environment. So that's why compulsory we are following this part key shebang line must be there. Understood? If you don't mention the shebang line in the production environment, it will not work with the default shell also. Keep these two important things in your mind. First thing is what? First thing is what? You can execute your script without the shebang also. How it can be possible? It can be possible because of the default shell. And another approach, key good practice, that you should give the shebang line so that in the production environment also we will not get any bad result or the incorrect result, and our script will get execute with the desired shell. Okay, all of you got this one? How those who are not aware how to use the nano editor, because I'm further to that, I'm not going to use this editor. I'm having the text editor and my screen. Okay, so this is for the those who are using the virtual event. So here, when you're writing three important two to three option you have to mention after writing the script. Control S, okay, and Control S to save your contents, and to come out of that, Control X. So Control S to save, Control X to come out and run your script on your terminal. Okay, this part understood all of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
further thing, then I want to change my shell key. I don't want to execute what with the default shell. I want to change the shell of my terminal. So for your knowledge also, I'm telling you CHSH, change shell. So there is option change shell to change your default shell. Okay, I want to change it to the dash. This is the option to change your default shell. So our default shell is a bash. I don't want to execute the script with the bash. I want to execute with the dash. So CHSS hyper S. Next, the path where your shell is available. So our shell is available, dash is available in the bin. Now you can see my two below shells are not available in the bin. These are available in the USR bin. The location can be a different. Okay. So here you have to provide the location where your shell is available. So mine is available in the bin. So that's why, and enter. So after that, it will ask for the password. Still your default shell will not get changed. Let me show you. It is showing the bash because you have to restart the system, then only this will get effect. So we don't have any need to change this. I'm just showing you the options how you can do that. Afterwards, you can try this by restarting your system. You will definitely see the shell will get changed. Okay, so this is the some important things related with the Shebang. So here I have mentioned what exactly the Shebang tells. The Shebang tells the operating system which interpreter to use to parse the remainder of file or script. Okay, it will tell the which interpreter to use, whether to use the bash, dash, sh, ksh, etc. And also tells the what is the location of your shell. So that is the main role of the Shebang. So when you don't specify it, it will take the default shell. Understood? So that's the same thing I have mentioned. It is not necessary to specify the Shebang, but if you don't specify, your script will run on the default shell. So command to display the default shell, change shell, that already we have discussed. I hope all of you got this point. Key, what exactly these are the main basic points. Okay, in the interview also these things get asked. If, we used to say we have to mention the shebang, these things. Then the question next is what exactly is shebang and why you are mentioning the shebang and all these kind of things. Okay, so that is